What up, Bassies? Welcome back, it's me. So on the low here, I kind of been obsessed with the new Minecraft update, you know, the usual. I've been digging around, found even more stuff that we completely missed, including, yes, the potential return of Minecraft's most dangerous rabbit of all time. So just when we got used to Minecraft abandoning the best way to promote their updates of all time, you know, the hints, the teasers, well, they might actually be back and right under our nose. Only they have gotten way more subtle than they ever were before. Minecraft YouTube channel, the official one, on their community tab, they're trying to promote this update like hardcore double over. A day or so before we got to the golden dandelion update of all time, we got to this very intriguing post. What item can't be looted in a bastion treasure chest? Now we can see clearly right here, the community doesn't know the game. I believe enchanted golden apple is definitely there. Blaze powder, no way, not a chance. Enchanted golden apple. Alright, I know it's a strange, but hang with me, okay? Because then, on Minecraft.net, and I believe it was the same day, we got a deep dive. And this is something that Mojang does from time to time on literally anything inside of Minecraft. It could be an item, it could be a block, it could be a mob, and of all things, we got a golden apple deep dive. Look, if I had a penny for every single time a golden thing was mentioned over the course of those past couple of days, well, I'd have 3. The community post, the blog deep dive, and then the golden snapshot. How were we ever meant to catch that? Well, that's the thing. It would have been completely impossible. And definitely, I might be going crazy. I hit my head last weekend, but out of everything they could have talked about, golden, multiple times? I don't know. And now also, inside of our blog post for this new update, I noticed a very intriguing thing too, and maybe this has been a very subtle hint in front of our face again, maybe not. So our initial blog post right here, it kicked off the update. It showed off our first round of baby mobs. We have a bunch of different pictures, including one that is kind of random with a horse dead in center, and then all of those baby chicks. Fast forward ahead, and what do we get next with this update? But a baby horses. So then, alongside the baby horse snapshot, we get this blog article again with a bunch of random pictures, including, we got this romantic horse picture right here, baby horse, adult horse, with a dandelion front and center. Oh, and then, sure enough, the next snapshot, we get golden dandelion. I don't know, man. But look, there's one thing for certain. Whether you agree with me, you disagree with me, or you haven't made up your mind quite yet on that matter, the like button down below this video, it's just begging to be tapped. So, mob update. Inside of 26.1, we're getting all these baby mobs. I've been trying to document them, keep track of them inside of this world right here. This past weekend, I was taking a closer look at our aquatic mobs, and then I stumbled across this tiny little thing on the baby squid. Okay, so look at this squid. It rotates forward, and then look inside of the tentacles right there. You can see a tiny bit of white inside of it. The baby squid has literally one giant tooth in the bottom of it and no more teeth. Now, baby glow squid, do we have the same thing happening? Yeah, kind of. Like, it's way less noticeable there, but you have one solid white tooth at the bottom of it, and then the rest of the inside of the squid, oh my god. So look here, if I have an adult squid and I spawn this thing in, you will see, like, a bunch of teeth inside of its mouth. I love it. It's adorable. It's so perfect. One tiny little baby tooth inside of the baby squid, dude. Mojang, you're so perfect. With the frozen game doing a little bit of tick-stepping going on here, we can see a little bit more of this baby squid tooth. I already was obsessed with this mob, but I think this just made me 5 times more obsessed. Oy, now the killer rabbit. This one is a little bit of a throwback. The killer rabbit is a secret little mob that is insanely overpowered and has been sitting inside of the game unused for at least like a decade. Now, a couple of years ago, back when I was kicking off the Everything series, or closer to it, I did this deep dive into the killer rabbit. It still kind of holds up. I'll go ahead and leave a card on screen if you want to know even more about this ancient mob. But to make a long story a little bit shorter here, basically Mojang had it in survival, then changed their mind. It was too dangerous, removed it from survival, and now, oh my god, Mojang, they went ahead and actually updated the killer rabbit, the model, the texture of it inside of this new update. Oh, what the? That's terrifying looking. All right, so as you can see here, we've got a brand new version of the killer rabbit. This texture does not exist anywhere else inside of the game, but only for the killer rabbit. With the light pink or a little bit of red all over the texture, I am left wondering what the heck this rabbit has done or seen recently. Mojang, did you put blood all over the killer rabbit? So this is one that I actually discovered here when I was setting up a tiny little display for every single new rabbit type in the game. We can take a look at all of them. They're quite beautiful, and then I landed on this monstrosity right here. Now, comparing it to the other white rabbit in the game, we can see our side texturing being a little bit similar, but clearly the white rabbit is fully white right here with the red eyes, a little bit of pink going on. And meanwhile, the killer rabbit right here, it's got a little bit more intense ears, way more red and pink going on to the paws, dripped in whatever that red stuff is meant to be. And in the eyes, they're completely different. So when Mojang was adding all of these rabbits to the game, even though the killer rabbit hasn't been used in any shape or form since, like, I don't know, the 90s, they actually added a brand new texture for it. And it doesn't stop at just the adult texture either, because the baby rabbits, every single one of them, of course, as we know, brand new model, brand new textures. They're quite adorable. And this actually spills all the way over to the baby killer rabbit as well. We have a completely different texture. Again, you probably want to compare it to the white one here. It's the most similar, so you can see a lot of white going on, a little bit of red, a little bit of pink. Bam! Just like the adult version, way more red in the eyes, way more red in the ears, and a little bit of red and pink all over the body as well. Now, you might remember that the rabbit inside of that initial snapshot, they actually went ahead and made the bounding box for all of these new rabbits right here a little bit larger, because after all, the rabbit's model, it's larger. Now, on the other hand, the baby rabbit, I mean, these are still pretty tiny hitboxes there, but the rabbit hitbox is much larger, which means, theoretically, it's going to be way easier to hit. Not that you would ever hit a rabbit, of course not, no way. But, I mean, check this out. We have a rabbit right here. I'm in survival. If I wanted to run up to this thing and try and hit it, I mean, yeah, it still kind of bounces and jumps around. It's a little bit difficult to hit. Okay, terrible example, but, like, you get it, man, right? Like, it's a little bit easier to hit because the box is large. The movement is still crazy, and I'm still professional PvP, so, you know, you better watch out for me on the local server. But, yeah. Now, taking things all the way back to when this thing was in the game, they ended up removing the killer rabbit from the game because it was basically a random death trap. You see, how this thing existed is it would spawn randomly inside of your world, and then the killer rabbit, I mean, it's a killer rabbit. It doesn't like you very much, and the new version, the new version got a different sound right there, and it still deals a lot of damage. Yeah, listen, I'm not sure if these sounds are updated or what, but it crunches and chomps. So the killer rabbit, it's insanely dangerous. Bro, no, not my puppies. Yeah, it kind of behaves like a zoglin, actually. I forgot about that, where it just slaughters and attacks everything. So the killer rabbit back in the day, it was thought to be way too aggressive for Minecraft at that point in time, so they went ahead and removed it. But fast forward to nowadays, a larger hitbox and a weapon designed for keeping things away. And, well, maybe with the rebalanced odds of the state of being, perhaps something like the killer rabbit could actually return to Minecraft. So look at this thing. The whole thing with the killer rabbit right there is dangerous when it gets up close. But if you have something like a spear, the killer rabbit is so... Dude, this thing is so much easier to deal with. Combine it with the fact that the hitbox of this thing is much larger now, so it's like way easier to hit. And something like a killer rabbit, I mean, it's really not that brutal and, like, dangerous anymore. Oh, what's that? Mojang said they'd never do it. Well, listen, friend, Mojang changes their mind all the time. The copper armor, the baby dolphin. We've got the perfect counter. We've got larger hitboxes, and Mojang loves to change their mind all the time. I would argue the community is way more used to dangerous events happening inside of Minecraft, especially with the relatively recent amounts of mayhem drop, things like zombie riders and everything like that. I mean, things like that, they are way more dangerous than something like a killer rabbit that you could easily one-hit. Maybe you want to call this one a little clue or whatever, but Mojang keeps calling this new drop their cutest drop yet, and I mean, the killer rabbit, though it is brutal, it is definitely cute. Mojang is no stranger to taking old mobs that are already inside of the game, updating them a little bit, and putting them to good use. What do you think? Do you think there's any chance the killer rabbit actually comes to the game? Like survival Minecraft, maybe spawn inside of the flower forest biome or something like that, or do you think this thing is still going to be lost to time forever? Let me know down below. Now I want to go back to the articles that we were talking about earlier on, because I realized I completely missed that in the initial article right here, they did it again. They said rascals in the initial tweet, They call them rascals inside of this article. They have to know, man, what the rascal... There's no way, right? As each week goes on, and maybe it gets more and more unlikely that the rascal is inside of this update, but it's just weird, right? With how popular the Copper Golems edition and whole update was, is definitely in the cards of more mobs coming back to the game. Why do they keep saying rascal? My heart, it really can't take it. And then I hate to do it, but I have to end on a tragic note today. Unfortunately, it seems to be 100% confirmed that baby zombie horse, baby skeleton horse, they will never be inside of this update. So this one all comes from the latest Minecraft monthly episode. When they were summing up their drop right here, showing off everything inside of the update so far, they show off the brand new baby horses, and then you have this disclaimer at the bottom of the screen. All right, you can't see it. Zombie foal and skeleton foal are only available in creative mode. They wouldn't put that there if they had planned to put these things inside of survival. My heart is broken. Dude, it would have been so cool to be able to, like, breed these things with a brand new different rare item, or even just, like, a golden apple or something. Come on, man. Like, why even add them to the game at that point? It's just adding more unused mobs to the game. I don't get it. Or these things literally could have spawned with their adult spawns, like when they randomly spawn sometimes. Would have been sick. Anyway, buzzies, that's all I've got for you today. Hey, look at that. There's brand new channel member badges. You look fancy in the comments and the live streams. And also, brand new members emojis. Smash that subscribe button. If you're extra fancy, join the club today. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.